club members, welcome back, and we have a very special edition this month for May. It is a battle of the rosés. Now, this is not Antique Roadshow, although it might feel that way. I've actually jumped into my neighbour's warehouse at our warehouse facility today because we've just had a new container arrive and it is all systems go. We've got a lot of movement, a lot of stock going out. We had 2-month delay on the container due to the strikes in France, but it's finally here. The wines are on their way, and boy, was it worth the wait. We have 2 outstanding champagnes. Now, ladies and gents, we've got 2 tiers in the club. You've got lovers, you've got connoisseurs. I always suggest that the connoisseur is the best level, and you would be thanking me this month if you're at connoisseur level because you were lucky enough to have the hotly anticipated and long-awaited arrival of Petite Fleur. This is coming out to all of our connoisseurs. Alfred, Gratien, Rosé, the first time in Australia for this much lauded rosé champagne. These are both 94 ranked rosé champagnes. Now let's put this into context. These are non-vintage rosé champagnes. It's one of the highest ranking rosé champagnes of all the rosé champagnes. So 2 knockouts. Both of them have similarities but also differences, and I'm going to break that down for you on this episode. Now, firstly, for all of our lovers this month received Alfred Gratien. Now, in contrast, we've got Fleur de Miraval, which is a house that was relatively new, founded recently by 3 very famous men, Mr. Pitt, Mr. Perrin, and Mr. Peters of Champagne fame, a new addition, whereas Alfred Gratien dates back to 1864. We have many generations that have handed baton from father to son to daughter. Nicholas Jaeger is the winemaker. He's a winemaker that's won so many awards. He's won Winemaker of the Year outright in Champagne multiple times. The way that they construct their cuvées is quite traditional. So first fermentation, primary fermentation is completely in barrel. There are, and I've been to the vineyard many times, there are hundreds of small Burgundy barrels in rotation in the facility. So what you've got is a little bit of texture, a little bit of spice, a little bit of body, a slightly oxidative character to the wine, but they also hold back that malolactic fermentation. So you've got this beautiful juxtaposition of some spice and some texture with a beautiful acid line, which gives them really long aging potential. In this wine, we have Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, and some Chardonnay to add freshness, but we're leading with Pinot Noir and the Pinot Meunier with a nice red wine addition, and you get the depth of color, which is in contrast to the Fleur de Miraval, which has more of a blush appearance. So beautiful spice, very intense red fruit aroma, a little bit of body, a little bit of texture, and a really well-constructed wine that's got this really beautiful zippy acid line. So this gives you enormous versatility when pairing. You could go all the way through the spectrum. You could go from veal to duck through to something that was a bit sweeter, a bit more red fruit juby into a dessert spectrum. So for all of our lovers, an amazing barrel fermented rosé champagne ranked at 94 points, first time in Australia. So this wine retail $159 a bottle, and the Petite Fleur is $199 a bottle. So for you connoisseurs, you know, when you're looking at your club price, you're getting something that far exceeds the value of the club, which is what this is all about. You're also getting custom imports that are available to no one else. So the rosé is exclusively for club members and will not be available for anyone else, I am sorry to say. Now, if we look at the contrasting wine for all of our connoisseurs this month, we have the much awaited Petite Fleur. This is a really exciting and very interesting project. Now, we know Fleur de Miraval as a still rosé wine. Brad and Angelina were married in the beautiful chateau in Provence. It's 100 acres of walled vineyards where they create their beautiful still rosé wine. A new project for the gentleman. Brad was always super passionate about champagne, super passionate about rosé. It is the only champagne house that exclusively focus on rosé wines. Each year they will release an ER edition. ER1, ER2, we released at Emperor ER3 last year. ER4 is coming in the second half of this year. But these are wines that are sitting at $650 to $750 retail price, so very expensive. And that's because they are Grand Cru Chardonnay with a touch of red wine. And then we have a remise en cirque. This is something very unique. So they're adding in some back vintage champagnes, basically buying bottles of champagne from the cellar that are sitting aging on their lees, single vineyards from 08, 02, other extraordinary vintages, and decanting them into the blend. The reason that we can make Petite Fleur more affordable is we're not doing that remise en cirque. We're taking out the blend of the back vintages, but we still have amazing Grand Cru Chardonnay coming from Le Mesnil-sur-Oger. Le Mesnil is one of the highest ranked vineyard parcels in Champagne. It's one of the much lauded vineyard sites of Grand Cru Chardonnay. The wine is being made by the very talented Rodolphe Peters of the Pierre Peters Champagne House. So we're talking 6 generations of winemaker. We've got Brad Pitt, who is behind this project. Brad is an uber passionate guy. He's super passionate about this vineyard. He set out to make a rosé champagne that sets the benchmark in the market, and boy, have they done it. So if you've got Grand Cru Chardonnay, think about the lusciousness, the creaminess, the French butter, the brioche, the cream that comes from that Chardonnay, and then adding in a red wine rosé infusion from Virtus, only 5% red wine on a 95% Chardonnay base with some reserve wines, 3 vessels, tank, amphora clay, and a foudre, a big wooden vat. 3 vessels blended together, 100% Chardonnay with a beautiful red wine infusion. A little bit softer in style than the Alfred Gratien. Think strawberries and cream. I opened some bottles on the weekend for our first tasting at the Noosa Food and Wine Festival. It was outstanding. Both of these cuvées are a knockout. 2 rosés. It is the battle. Not many rosé champagnes come in at 94-point rankings, so you're looking at the top of the top. These are 2 rosés that you will want to have again. Pair them with food. We've given you food pairing suggestions on your data card. Make sure that you reference your data card every month when you're thinking about what to pair with these wines, or just have it as an aperitif. It is completely up to you. We hope that you enjoyed this month's custom edition on the Battle of Rosé. 2 outstanding wines, 94 points. Hope you enjoyed them. Please write to us with any questions. Petite Fleur will be available in limited quantities for you lovers who didn't manage to get it in your parcel. And we will see you on the next month's episode in June as we head into the warmer months, and we've got another container on the way full of custom imports just for Emperor Champagne Club members. Until the next time.